Okay, so today we're going to walk you through what makes switching simple, highlighting key tools that saves you time and reduces stress, and show you exactly what the onboarding process looks like through a quick demo. And we're going to be highlighting our three-step process. So without further ado, we're going to dive right in. Okay, so whether you're brand new to Brightwheel, you're just hearing about it for the very first time, or you've heard about it for some time now, we want to talk to you about how you can get the most out of the #1 rated app for early educators. Our goal is to really save you time on family communication and operations so that you can focus on what matters most to children. Brightwheel is designed to be your all-in-one platform for managing your center and your preschool more effectively. And here are some ways that we support you in order to make sure that you are getting the full use of Brightwheel. You will want to use the family communication tools to share photos and videos, giving families a window into their child's day and strengthening those connections with their families. You want to also use Brightwheel to simplify your check-in and check-out, and that's really just saying goodbye to chasing families down for missing signatures and making sure that every drop-off and pickup is seamless and really more about the connections rather than just the transactions of signing in and out. And then, of course, leveraging features like admissions, tuition collection, payroll processing to streamline operations for your staff and families. And we're also happy to be able to now offer experience assessments, as well as a new professional development tool. So that way you can continue to support your staff and your children's growth. And so by utilizing Brightwheel fully, whether you're just starting out with us or looking how to continue to grow, you can really boost your family satisfaction, give your teachers more time with the children in the classroom, and overall reduce stress for yourself too as well year round. Okay, so let's jump right in. Today we're going to be talking about why so many learning programs switch to Brightwheel and decide to stay. And we'll share what makes the transition simple and what you can expect from the onboarding process, and how Brightwheel really helps programs save time and simplify their day-to-day operations. You'll hear directly from Miranda, director, who made a switch herself. And we'll also show you exactly how it all comes together in a quick demo with Joanna later on. So with that, let's get started with Miranda's story and learn a little bit more about what led her program to make that switch and how it's going now. Okay. So Miranda, we are so excited to learn more about your story. Just so I can give you a quick introduction of who Miranda is. She's a director of an early learning center in Minnesota that cares for children. And she also manages an after-school program. But we're going to give her the chance to share more about that for herself. Miranda, will you hop on?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. So our first question is to learn more about your program. Can you tell us about your program, the number of staff that you have, the children, the classrooms? What does that all look like? We want to hear your story.
Sure. Our program is located in, like I said before, Madison, Minnesota, and we are part of the school district here in our very rural town. As I said, we operate the childcare center as well as an after-school program. So altogether for the childcare center, we have 51 children enrolled. And for the after-school program, we have 29 children enrolled. Staffing with 21 staff on board. And altogether between the two programs, we have 5 total classrooms.
Amazing. So your hands are full indeed.
Absolutely.
Right. And how long have you been with your program?
I've been here for 3 years.
For 3 years. Wonderful. Okay, we want to get over to our next question for you. We want to hear about you deciding to switch over to Brightwheel. Can you share what led you to start thinking about a new solution for your program that you're currently at, and ultimately what brought you to make that change to Brightwheel?
Sure. So prior to being at the center here, I was a family childcare provider. And I was using Brightwheel, and I was using the free version of Brightwheel, just for the basic functions. Before I actually even sat in my office chair here, I knew that we needed to make a switch. And I spoke with the superintendent who hired me, and I asked just for him to trust me. I asked for him to trust me, and we needed to make a change. Um, he, he trusted me, and we jumped right in and made the transition. And then once payment was made and we were on board, the onboarding process started. But before having Brightwheel here, when I first started, they were juggling paper sign-ins. Billing was taking place on 2 different platforms. They were using a group text message for parent to staff communication and for staff to communicate with one another. And nothing was working well with one. one another.
Oh, that sounds very challenging. And that kind of leads us to our next question about the challenges and then the improvements. So can you tell us a little bit more about those challenges, specifically what that actually looked like for you all? And then what was the experience for both the staff and also for the families? And how, you made the switch, how had things changed for you all?
Sure. So our biggest challenge, I can say, overall was the communication and just the organization of things. Families I found wanted a quicker update in real time, and staff wanted like less paperwork and more clear communication. Before Brightwheel, information was kind of scattered amongst 3 different platforms, and billing actually just took hours. When billing, one platform was used for invoicing, while another platform was using for payments and processing, which had to be done manually each week. And the 2 systems didn't talk to each other. With Brightwheel, when we have a new kid, now we have a new kid enroll, I just set up a billing plan. And I don't have to think twice about it. You just kind of set it and you forget it and move on. Currently now you can store prices in there. So you can also have a template. So for each room, I have a billing template and just put the kid in, plug it in, and you just kind of go. Since the switch, we've learned that everything is just kind of streamlined. The attendance, the daily notes, photos to parents who love to kind of see day to day what's going on, especially, thinking of new moms. And billing is all in one place. With billing all being in one place, there's very few late payments or past due payments. It's just automatic. We no longer accept checks or cash in the center, so it's just easier for me for budgeting and things as well. Checking kids in and out of the program, as you talked about, not having to chase people down for a signature. We have a kiosk right as they walk in. They sign in, sign out. Everyone has their own code, and we don't do any of that anymore. Again, parents are loving the instant updates, and our staff can spend more time with the kids, which is our main focus, right? Instead of all the paperwork that comes with it. Staff also are able to communicate with each other throughout the program, throughout the day, via messaging, and they have access to their schedule. We do all their schedules, everything is in there, and staff check in and out via a kiosk or a tablet in each room. And they're just able to have more time with the kids, which is where it should be. The kids are our focus.
Absolutely. Wow, that's amazing. It's almost like a 180 change, right? From the way that you were operating to how you're operating today. Amazing. So for our next question, we want to hear about your experience getting started with Brightwheel. What was your experience like, and how did that onboarding process feel to you and to your staff?
Onboarding has been wonderful. It was wonderful in the beginning, and the support just continues. I can say, coming from the free version over to the premium version, the options are endless. I just thought Brightwheel will be great to log a diaper change and a bottle feeding, not knowing the schedule, the calendar for our field trips, everything is in there. So that switch has just been great. But onboarding, when payment was made and we were ready to go, I was kind of hands off. I didn't have to do anything. They reached out to me daily as we just moved kids over from our old platform over to Brightwheel. And there were a couple of hiccups with just some information that maybe was entered wrong in the other system. And we talked through those. I didn't deal with fixing the errors. Brightwheel just kind of jumped in and walked me through it if I had questions, or just took it off my hands and off my plate and just did it for me. As a new director in the center, that was amazing. I couldn't have asked for anything better. As far as kind of the team was ready to go. They were excited about it. I told them I used it. Nobody else had ever used it. They trained my staff. Staff have asked questions. And Brightwheel is just a user-friendly app. So for those that come on board that maybe are just nervous about technology and picking up new things, I haven't had any complaints. Support all along, even with issues, as we run into technology issues, they are a chat away. So they jump right in and help, and it's a live person. You're not dealing, with, we'll get back to you. normally they can answer you right away. And if they can't, it's within that day that they're getting back to you with kind of help and support on your issue that you may have.
That's amazing to hear. And what really rings for me, like of your story, stands out for me is the fact that you're saying you were a new director at this time. So you didn't need the extra stress, right? You really wanted this to be a smooth process. And even though you knew Brightwheel beforehand, getting to know Brightwheel on the premium level was a whole different ballgame for you that opened up new opportunities for you, which is amazing. And you still didn't feel any stress related to that, which is great. I love hearing that. And then we're going to go ahead to our next question. And this is really about like the results. So have you seen specific results since moving over to Brightwheel, such as saving time, improving, communications or simplifying finances? I know you talked a little bit about this already, but if you can go a little bit more in depth about what it is that you've seen significantly change for you, we would love to hear that.
Absolutely. Since moving over to Brightwheel, we've saved several hours on billing and paperwork. All of my registration packets for all the kiddos newly enrolling, it's all on Brightwheel. We don't deal with the paper. It's also accessible to all of my staff in the case of an emergency. Numbers, everything is in there. Allergy forms, we keep everything in there. I can say the biggest win for me is billing has just been great. It used to take me hours to go ahead and bill, and it had to manually be done. Now it just goes. Um, Another big win for staffing is payroll. I can run payroll in less than 5 minutes. It's on my calendar for every other Friday. I run it and send it over, and payroll is processed. Before, you had to manually go through everybody's time card. Staff can check their time cards prior to me seeing it. If there needs to be adjustments, the max it takes me is 20 minutes. I just think it's amazing. One of the other big wins is when licensing comes and if they need a report, you can customize your own reports. Let's say they're looking for an incident report. I can run an incident report for multiple rooms in less than 10 minutes and get them the information that they need. And I think that shows a lot of integrity in your program, and having a system like Brightwheel behind you is just great. My biggest win, I would say, is without my time on the paperwork and the billing and the payroll and all of that as a new director. I grew the childcare center from 23 kids to 52 kids. Kids time grew from 12 kids to not, or 12 kids to 29 kids, and staff went from 8 to 21. I've been able to put my focus on the staff, on the kids, and on the program. And in a rural community, having that program and being able to just jump right in and grow it for the community that needs it, I think has just been amazing to me. The communication has been great. It's improved drastically. Parents are able to message just admin for sensitive type subjects. But for them being able to reference kind of the kids' daily schedule when they get home, so there's not that after hours call message, what did they eat? All of those things has just been great. And I think, when you track attendance, we talked about, again, chasing someone down in attendance and kind of the new way of reporting. Running that report and just sending it over has just been great. And I think overall, it's honestly just made our center run smoother, and it gives us more time to focus on what matters most, and that's the kids.
That's amazing, Miranda. Again, what stands out to me is how much you grew in this time that you've been using Brightwell, because truly has taken so much off of your responsibilities, and that's amazing for you to be able to then focus back not just on the quality of your program, but be able to scale your program and still keep that quality going, which is great. And also that running the reports for licensing, that is huge. That is
Yeah.
huge because whether they're planned visits or unplanned visits, we want to be ready for those. And so it's great to have that peace of mind that you can quickly run a report to make sure that you have everything that you need when asked. So love those points and all the other ones too. Such great, huge wins. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you, Miranda, so much. We're going to see you in a little bit as we continue on with our programming, and then especially in the Q&A session. So we're going to continue here so we can get to our demo, but we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, so Brightwheel brings everything your program needs into one simple connected platform, from billing and communication to curriculum and daily operations. You heard it for yourself from Miranda's story. And truly innovation is what drives what we do. This year, we added over 20 new features based on customer feedback. Some of our favorite new features this year include tuition agreements and application fees within admissions, expanded forms with e-signatures, and signups. So this is a great tool that we recently had a webinar about, where you can use it for back to school signups that you may need for volunteering, for example, or parent-teacher conferences. And we also introduced tuition insurance and became the first childcare software to offer mobile check deposits. Every program is unique, and Brightwheel is truly built to grow with you. So we want to encourage you to book a personalized walkthrough today, so you can see for yourself how Brightwheel can make every day simpler, smarter, and more successful for you. And now we're going to turn it over to Joanna, who's going to walk us through Brightwheel and just how easy it is to get onboarded and get started.
Hey, thank you. I'm just going to share my screen with everybody. Give me just 1 second. Hey, can everybody see my screen? Thumbs up.
Yes, we can. Thank
I
you.
love it. I listened to Miranda, Haiti, and my heart, as I always say to my customers, my administrator friends, I say, it makes my heart sing, because what Miranda just said is what I preach every day. Thank you, Miranda, for sharing that. You are truly, truly an example of what we all strive for here at Brightwheel. If you've ever wished that your daily operations could feel simpler, this is your moment. Today, we're going to show how easy it is to switch to Brightwheel, whether you're using paper, spreadsheets, or maybe a whole other system. We're going to show you, and by the way, these results are instant. It does not take weeks. It can be very, very quick. We're going to show you a live demo of what setup can look like. And by the end, you're going to see just how Brightwheel will save you time, reduce all that busy work, pardon me, and helps your staff and families feel more connected than ever. I think that's what we're all striving for. Let's take a quick look at what your onboarding experience at Brightwheel actually looks like. When you sign up for the premium account, we hope you do that today. We've built a 3-step guided journey that's designed to make your switch simple, fast, and fully supported. I repeat, fully supported with your dedicated onboarding coach. Hey, that's me. Or one of our other wonderful onboarding coaches. We'll be with you every step. We start out with number 1 on my slide here. You can see that little box. Quick start. We get you up and running right away with hands-on guidance from day 1. Do not stress. We're there with you. Custom training. This is where we give you tailored sessions that help you and your staff feel confident using Brightwheel. We move on and we get your family and staff set up. We roll it out to your families and staff with the right tools so that everybody feels confident. And then we graduate you from onboarding. It's kind of a sweet and sad at the same time, but we do graduate you. The difference with Brightwheel, folks, you're never doing this alone, ever. Every step is personal, supported, and it's designed to make your transition very easy. I hear this from administrators all the time. They say, Joanna, I thought this was going to be so confusing. I thought this was going to take a long time. This was easy. And that truly is what I hear every day. Step 1 is all about getting started quickly and confidently. On day 1, we're going to help you set up your account. We'll add your staff and students, and we'll even upload your tuition or billing information. You don't have to do it all alone. Our team can actually help transfer your rosters and tuition data for you. And my team is fast. They get this done typically in under 24 hours. Let's see what this quick start would look like. Let me show you a demo. Here we go. This is what it looks like with a premium account. Nice and pretty. By the way, that's what my customers tell me too. They say Brightwheel is easy, user-friendly, intuitive, and they say it's pretty. This is your login page, your home page, and you'll notice that you can see your current room ratios right at a glance. You can see staff, students. I don't have any kids checked in, and in a minute, I'm going to show you just how fast that little board can update. But basically, when you're getting set up, we have this starter guide, and you click at the very top where it says add your students. Check this out. We walk you right through the process. Add from a mobile device or add from your computer. That's where you send in your roster to us, and our team gets busy working on that immediately for you. You can also add students manually instead, and you just go here, add the student's name, the homeroom, the email. You'll see I've already added a couple kids. That's how quickly that went. Very, very fast. Then we move right on in this process, and we say, here, let's get your staff information. Send us a list of your staff and what rooms they need to be in. We'll go ahead. We'll get those added for you as well. We move right on your rate sheet. Just take it from your computer, drag it right here from a mobile device or from your computer. Don't have a rate sheet? Don't worry about it. Your onboarding coach, just like me, is going to help you with that. Never worry. We just move right through. It says you're off to a good start, and we go right to setting up billing. And I'm going to get with that in just a moment. If I'm going too fast, give me the big T or slow down. I get very passionate about onboarding. Step 2 is where onboarding becomes tailored to you. Every program is different, so your training coach will walk through the features that matter most to you. We're very careful to say what's most important to you. It will be something like billing, attendance, admissions, and messaging. You're going to get that one-to-one support. You're going to get best practices. You're going to get hands-on guidance. Remember, we have been doing this for hundreds of administrators, so we have those answers for you. We want to make sure that you and your staff feel comfortable. Let me go over a few of my favorite tools. I'm going to pop right back over to my Brightwheel demo. A moment ago, I told you that we could see those numbers for check-in come very quickly. I'm holding a mobile device right now. I'm going to check in a couple kids. And as you heard Miranda say, parents can do this too, but I want to show you just how fast this really works. I'm checking them in on my device. Now I'm going to check in my staff, and we're going to see what happens right on that screen. Let me do a quick refresh for you. And look at that. How long did that take? So if your staff is doing this, your parents, look how fast that changed. I now see my ratio right in front of me. No running to different devices. Pretty cool. On this page, I also wanted to show you your billing. You heard Miranda speak about that billing and how it's really changed her life in general. Let's face it, she has more time with those kids. Did you know that parents can even click a button at the end of the year, or actually anytime, and get their tax reports now from Brightwheel? Exactly. That you don't even have to do that for them. It's fantastic. I love our billing. I'll just show you a little bit here. I went ahead and created a few little informational tidbits here. I see, oh, I have a $100 open invoice today. Wow, it's nice to know. Who owes me money? Little Mia. Now, if her mother walks in, hopefully they're going to pay online, and then I don't have to do a thing. They get an immediate receipt. Easy. But let's say she still insists on cash, and I've tried everything I can do to talk her out of it. I can still go in and log a payment. I can say who paid it, Mr. Demo, how they paid it, how much they paid, when they paid it, and I can apply it to that invoice, and that will go away. So that's just one little trick. I have so many to show you. We can also see any recent payments that have been made. Really handy. I can see upcoming invoices way ahead of time. You can see that this student has invoices coming out every week. I can see about 4 weeks at a time. So if I had to go in and adjust one of those before it goes out, I could. Really saves me a lot of time and hassle. Folks, there is so much to do here. I could go on for hours, and trust me, I will when it's your turn to be onboarded, and I hope I get to work with you. Families are enrolled. Billing is going to run automatically. Recurring invoices. You don't have to do a thing. You can track payments in real time, even as Haiti said earlier, deposit checks right from your phone. No more running to the bank. We're one of the very first systems to have this available. Families, as I said, keep this in mind again, I'll repeat it, can even get their tax statements without any work on your part. Woo, that's a winner right there. Let's take a look very quickly at our messaging feature. You did hear a little bit about that. This can be done from the mobile or from the web, whatever works best for you. Click new message, send a message to all of your rooms all at one time. Ever have to close for any reason and you need to get a message to everybody really fast? This is a great tool. I like to change the basic message to an alert. Send it as a text message. They get a nice little buzz on their phone and it says, hey, you've got an important message in Brightwheel. We need you to come pick up all the kids. We've lost power, whatever it might be. You can send that very quickly. You can even add files to our messages for families. Incredible way to reach everyone at one time. Yes, you can also send messages to your staff as well. Super handy. The other thing I want to touch on just really, really briefly, because this could be a whole session, trust me, and I think we even have a webinar on admissions. Are you still sending all sorts of those paper enrollment packets? We've got a way that you can make this happen digitally. You send them to the families, they complete them on their cell phone, send it back to you, you approve it, and guess what? The information goes directly into that student profile for you. No hassle. You can even add a registration fee to the enrollment packet. I think that's a real winner as well. I am going to go back to this. Thank you for being with me there. Step 3, we move you right along. It's about creating that positive first impression for your families and your staff. We want them on board with you. The more excited you are, the more excited your staff is, and of course, your families. We want to bring your whole community on board. We're going to guide you on how to introduce Brightwheel to your community so that everyone feels informed and excited. I'm going to pause for a second. You'll notice on my slide, I have the Brightwheel rollout guide. We send you that, and it's full of resources, templates, emails, recordings, staff trainings, parent trainings, all in one place. So you can actually get started a little bit early if you so desire. You can go ahead and invite your families right through Brightwheel. They're going to get clear instructions on what to expect. They can complete those applications, like I said a moment ago, right from their phone. No printing, scanning, or email threads, just a modern, seamless experience. Let's see what this looks like. I am going to go to the families. I'm going to go to my school, parents. This is how easy it is to invite your parents. It's nice to let them know you're going to use Brightwheel before you invite them. We'll help you with that too. I do that every day with my administrators. Simply, you see, I've got my kids. They've all been added for me, probably from Brightwheel, or I added them myself. I can simply go to invite all and invite all my families. But most of you are probably wondering, what does that invitation look like? I like to just say print invites. I could print them all, but that's a lot of money and ink. I just like to send it digitally. That's where they're going to get it anyway. But you'll notice that we send them a really nice little invitation. Your child's name and your center is printed on there. Uses Brightwheel to share important updates and families. And by the way, we also let them know that we were on Shark Tank back in 2017. They seem to really like that. And then they go looking for our Shark Tank videos. Really, really fun for them. Anyway, that's what they get. And they very, very quickly start signing up. And you'll start seeing all these little check marks and signed in. You can keep track of that. Same with bill pay. You've got the invitations, and you'll see set up online payments now. That's what that invitation looks like. So everything is there for your parents to, again, feel secure and taken care of. Okay, I'm just keeping right on going. What about staff? How do you invite your staff? Just as easy. We go over to staff and payroll and we work on our staff. I've got Mary, teacher added, no email. I'm preferring she doesn't use a personal device. But if I want her to use a personal device, that's cool too. I'm going to add her email. But let's see what that actual invitation looks like when I do invite my teachers. I simply go up to the top, click invite. Let's look at it. Look at this nicely laid out invitation. This is what we send all of your staff. Tells them they've been invited, tells them that your school is going to use Brightwheel, and then we give them these really helpful little picture tutorials here, where to get the app, or they can sign up on the web. We ask them to create their account, choose their school. Go ahead, we even tell them their 4-digit code so that they can be checking in or checking out for your payroll. It's all right there and easy for them to do. And I just click send invitations. Really, really very, very easy. This is when you start seeing your benefits, smoother communication, fewer manual tasks, and let's face it, happier families. At the end of the day, this is what makes Brightwheel different. This is what makes me get up every morning. I want to help all of you get up and running on Brightwheel as quickly and as effortlessly as possible. We make setup fast and easy. Your data can be migrated for you in just under 24 hours. I've even seen it faster. So you're up and running right away. You're going to get that personalized one-on-one or onboarding from your onboarding specialist coach, not just a video link or a help article to get set up. Everything that you need lives in one connected platform, from billing, communication, to learning. Yes, even learning. We have curriculum and reporting. The reporting features are amazing. No juggling, separate systems. When you need help, you're going to reach real people like me with a 97% satisfaction rating, not a ticket queue. Behind it all, you can trust Brightwheel's bank level data and payment security to keep your programs safe. Very, very safe. That's why, folks, I think, and everyone else seems to think, that so many early learning centers are choosing Brightwheel, and they stay. Back to you, Haiti.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joanna. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. Just allow me 1 minute here. Wonderful. Okay, so this is an opportunity if you're not yet using Brightwheel and you like what you saw today, to schedule that call with an expert for a demo or get pricing for your center, whichever you're ready for today. You may scan either QR code. We'll share the link with you in the chat too, in case that's easier for you. But here again, we know that every program is unique and special in their own way. And so what Joanna showed you today is amazing and wonderful, but we would want you to also have that experience and be able to ask all of your personal questions for your special program by speaking to an expert and getting a personalized demo. So you're going to go ahead and quickly fill out a form, and someone from our team will reach out to do a customized walkthrough with you. And we'll answer all of your questions again according to your specific center needs.